Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and look at this from Jim Rickards, filming on location today in Nevada gold mine. Good timing because the price of gold just hit a new all-time high. Gold is doing its thing. This right here is one of the best videos that I have seen on what's coming for crypto. I've said this before on this channel, but when I go to, it never fails. When I go to, like this weekend, I'll go watch football with my friends. Alabama, Georgia's this weekend. And every time somebody's going to come up to me, and when the market in crypto is down, they're going to say, well, do you think this is a good time? But then when the market is up, they're going to come to me, that same person's going to come to me, and they're going to say, it's more like, what app should I download to buy? So all these people are programmed, because CNBC does this and all, they're all programmed to buy when there's a frenzy, which is the exact wrong time to buy. I've been buying and accumulating ever since, we've been in a 2 to 3 year lull here. That's when you accumulate. But here's the thing, and this is what my friends don't understand, and I try to tell them, but nobody really listens. They're only going to invest when they see the prices going up. That's just what I've learned. So I don't try to tell my friends. I talk very little about crypto to my friends. But let me tell you this. When this is what this video is basically about. The lack of regulations is what's holding this market back. But once you get it, and you're going to get it, once you get it, all of that risk you took, the real risk was when there's no regulations. That's where the real risk is. That's where you and I have been playing. But when they break through, when that dam breaks, and we get regulations, the first congressional bill, it is on like Donkey Kong. And this video right here illustrates it better than anything. Watch this.
I'm going to struggle to convey just how much capital there is behind this regulatory dam.
Because there is trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars on the sideline that's just waiting for some clarity.
The entire crypto ecosystem is like 2.5 trillion.
We're talking about a major transformation potentially of capital markets infrastructure that affects all types of entities across the value chain.
Right, bank deposits, stocks, and bonds. $400 trillion.
That's not going to come easily or quickly, right?
Think about the opportunity, how we get to beyond the 1 trillion. I would start with private asset space is a $290 trillion market around the world.
I'm not going to say all of this money is going into crypto, but quite a lot of it will end up in crypto.
It's pretty easy to understand that we are clearly in this fourth turning. We are in a time of epic change. We are in a time of turmoil and chaos.
Because the world will be radically different in 5 years. And then with the new technologies, it's like going through a time warp. We're going to be in a different world.
24 is a very, very important year, in my opinion. When you look at the next 5, 10 years, 15-year trajectory going forward, particularly when you look at the sectors, within that digital infrastructure, these are all spaces that are undergoing a massive transformation. I would say a profound transformation. That today, when we look back in 10 years, we will look at 2024 and probably 2023 as really critical foundation years for a massive investment journey in these spaces, that investment institutions and countries, in this case, that took the right decisions in these two, in my opinion, critical years, 23, 24. 10 years from now, we'll look back I think, and we'll be very satisfied.
I think he's right. Ripple is putting they put their video back out to promote Swell. Don't miss your chance to join us on October 15th, 16th in Miami. This year's event at the FINA Forum in Miami offers exclusive insights and unmatched networking opportunities. Should be cool. There it is. EGRAG Crypto, XRP will do it. Potential target $13. We're looking at the Nike swoosh pattern with a potential target of $13. This is big. I like the sound of that. I like the looks of this chart too. Look at this one. I'm just going to play you the opening because this is why I've been, this right here is why I've been, or one of the many reasons I've been here since 2013. I was there, I saw it. And that was with none of the things we've got now. Regulations at the middle of the lawsuit, all this stuff. We were in the middle of the lawsuit as of 2020, but everything you see on this chart until today is with no regulation, no real infrastructure in this space, nothing.
In every bull market, the XRP price tested this upward sloping trend line on the monthly time frame, and I do anticipate another backtest of this trend line in the remainder of the year and in 2000.
That is a beautiful thing right there when you look at where XRP was, where it's going. I mean, couldn't be more bullish. Now for the Gary Gensler tapes. This guy got his ass handed to him in those hearings yesterday, even from people in his own party.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Gensler, suppose I were to sell you a Yankee ticket and tell you that the Yankee ticket could appreciate in value and could be resold at a profit in the secondary market. And as is the case with all sports tickets, suppose the proceeds from the sale of the Yankee ticket goes toward paying for the Yankee game. By selling you the Yankee ticket, am I entering into an investment contract with you and therefore conducting an unregistered security offering?
I appreciate the question. I don't know all the facts and circumstances, but I don't think so. I know where we're headed here, Representative, but I don't think so in that Yankee.
So a Yankee ticket is not, and why is a Yankee ticket not a security?
Well, it's really a question, and the courts have been clear on this, is the offer and sale.
Specifically with a Yankee ticket, though, when you're buying a Yankee ticket, what are you purchasing?
You're buying
access to a Yankee game. Is that fair to say?
I understand. It's been a while since I went to a Yankee game, but
fair enough. You're welcome to a Yankee game.
I used to live in New York, and my three daughters were all born in New York.
So in the Stoner Cats case, the creators were selling an NFT that offered access to an animated web series. From the standpoint of federal securities law, is there a legal difference between buying a Yankee ticket that offers you the experience of a Yankee game and buying an NFT that offers you the experience of an animated web series?
Again, I don't want to comment on any one specific
it was a settlement, a fait accompli. It's not an ongoing litigation. You can comment on it.
But it's about how is something offered and sold. Is it offer and sold as an investment contract? Or are individuals looking to a common enterprise anticipating profits based on the efforts?
Well, I'm familiar with the definition. You're avoiding the question. Thank you, Mr.
All right. They made Gary Gensler look stupid over and over and over. Here's Tom Emmer.
Thank you. Chair Gensler, leadership comes from the top, correct?
Leadership comes from a lot of things, but the top matters a lot.
It's yes. The answer is yes, sir. But under your leadership at the SEC, it appears that you expect political allegiance, not just from the political appointees, but also from the civil servants you hired. Isn't that correct?
That is not correct, sir.
Well, sir, that's yet another deliberate distortion of the truth. The House has obtained emails between you and your now Director of Training and Markets. He interviewed with you and then sent you a follow-up email reassuring you, sir, that he aligned with your political views. So, that to me seems like you expect political allegiance from the people that you hire as civil servants at the SEC. The way you hire and the culture you require encourages your staff to have loyalty to you, above the law and above the mission of the SEC. Which brings us to the debt box case in Utah, where your attorneys, who no doubt heard your anti-crypto rhetoric, which is not based in law, went out and deliberately lied to a court in order to effectuate the commands from their chair to prosecute crypto companies. Chair Gensler, do you know of any other time in history where the SEC has been sanctioned by a court for material misrepresentation?
First, if I might say, when we hire folks, we hire...
No, reclaiming my time, sir. The answer to that question is no, it has never happened. But let me ask you another one. Does the fact that we're talking about this today even slightly embarrass you?
Look, the matters in that case were not well handled, and we've said that to the court.
Reclaiming my time again. The debt box case should absolutely be embarrassing to you, sir. And just to be clear, the SEC had to pay with taxpayer dollars nearly $2 million in legal fees for this material misrepresentation, for this lie. You are aware of that, I'm sure. Is the debt box case the reason that why the SEC's head of crypto asset and cyber unit resigned in June, sir?
No, they went to take another job.
Okay, so no one in a senior level position here in Washington, D.C. has been held responsible for this complete abuse of taxpayer dollars. The SEC broke the law, your attorneys lied to the court, and no one in your leadership here in D.C. has been held accountable. That tracks. Seems like business as usual here in Washington. Okay, switching gears very quickly. It's been recently reported that Vice President Harris has finally said she'd craft clear rules of the road for the digital asset space if she becomes president. Is this your approach too, sir? Or do you think she's rebuking you because she doesn't think you've done a good enough job establishing these clear rules over the last 3 years of her administration?
I think that there's laws in place. If Congress wishes to change them, they'll change them. But we are enforcing the laws, and there are many people in this field
so you don't
that are
think
not
she's
following
rebuking
the laws.
Reclaiming my time. Well, it's very interesting that you view your performance that way, because we have a litany of court cases, extraordinary confusion in the marketplace, and millions of Americans pining for clarity from you. You've abused the agency's enforcement tools, and you've even baited companies eager to comply with you, only to hit them with enforcement actions. You've retaliated against businesses and people who have come before this committee to talk about the next generation of American finance. And perhaps somehow, worst of all, you've made up the term crypto asset security. This term is nowhere to be found in statute. You made it up. You never provided any interpretive guidance on how crypto asset security might be defined within the walls of your SEC. Yet, you made the broad proclamation that you believe a majority of tokens are crypto asset securities. You did this, and you would deliberately use this made-up term as the basis for your entire enforcement crusade over the past 3 years, only for your lawyers to retract it in a footnote to a court just last week. Your inconsistencies on this issue, sir, have set this country back. We could not have had a more historically destructive or lawless chairman of the SEC.
Wow. Well, it wasn't just them bashing Gary Gensler. They really made him look like a fool, because they had all the other commissioners there, and they were basically talking to all the other commissioners, asking their opinion on what should be done right in front of the guy who's running all the show, as if they don't even care what his opinion is anymore. And he deserved every bit of that and some. What he deserves is prison. If you really look into this guy, that's what he deserves. Now, in DAIXRP.com, I'm going to show you two things. One, I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you one of my favorite places that this year that I have been, I guess you could call it investing. But I'm going to show you one of those. I don't know. I don't think I've ever shown this to my group before, but I'm going to show you just what I think to be is a really smart place. I was advised by a banker friend of mine. But anyway, I'll show you for what it's worth. And as you know, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just going to show you where I'm putting some of my money. Also, I'm going to show you, you can see the rats getting ready to leave the sinking ship. You know, when Trump got out of office, X47, when he got out of office, you didn't see him trying to flee the country because he hasn't done anything wrong. But the people that have gone after him have committed multiple crimes, many of treason. And so they're getting scared now, rightly so. I'm going to show you one of them that's fleeing. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Away we go.